If you believe it, you're gonna make it. Getting stronger by the day, you're invincible. If you believe it, you're gonna make it. Getting stronger by the day, you're invincible.
Good evening, Mzansi. Your primetime squad is in a belly to serve you the realest serve of the latest trending stories. You are watching TrendingSA right here on SABC3. I'm, of course, Lesego Tlhabi, and I'm rolling with the best team in show business. I have the formidable radio host, Mo Flava.
Sure. Formidable. I love it. I mean, you know, at the rate things are going, I'm looking forward to the rest of the vocab. If formidable is the third description, I mean, I'm looking forward to the rest.
And of course, summer nominated, he gave my B a run for her money, my blur.
Wow.
The one and only, the person with an accolade on this table. Whoa, I'm industry that you guys work on. Where have you been awarded?
I'm not going to allow you. I'm not going to allow you to talk anymore when I introduce you. Of course, not to leave last for best, but the elegant, the beautiful, gorgeous BFF, Lutla.
Honey, with all the hair and the flair.
Welcome to Primetime TV, Lut.
Oh, stop it. I started there. What is wrong with you? You're such a hater. But just before we get into the top trends of the day, I just want us to take a moment and send a massive shout out to boss baby Kairo Forbes, who just launched her own range. Yes. You better get it, mama. So she just launched her own range of kiddies and eyewear under her boss mom EraByDjZinhle's EraVision. And guess who got a drip drop? My girl's got a drop. Age of 2 getting drops at home. Look at that. Look at that pose. You better work, girl. Yes.
Look at them. Actually,
you better work, girl.
I'm actually shocked how you can produce something that beautiful.
I actually have nothing to say.
On that crazy hater note, it's time for top trends. Guys, just when you thought 2021 couldn't get any weirder, Weetabix took it upon themselves to add just a little bit more sauce into your morning routine. They took to Twitter with this tweet. Take a look. Why should bread have all the fun when there's Weetabix? Serving up beans on Bix for breakfast with a twist. The shadiest restaurant in town didn't want to miss out on all the fun though. And they said, you okay, hon? DMs are open if you need to talk. Of course, the people's favorite crispy chicken called for a ceasefire with this tweet. Guys, let's set our differences aside to prosecute under the Geneva Convention.
Sure. Because, you know what, this got me thinking. Yes. Even though some people might not find that appetizing, you know what I'm saying? There has to be someone out there who finds this delicious, which I don't know. And I'm curious about you guys. Yeah. What are some of the weird combinations that actually slap for you guys?
Oh, so I don't know if you guys have tried this.
Yeah.
You take fries or chips, mix it with ice cream. So the softer the ice cream, the better, but you can scoop it up.
Yes.
That is a combo that slaps hard.
100%.
Ask anybody out there. I mean, it just looks delicious. It tastes delicious. The juxtaposition between the hot chips
not a
and the freezing cold ice cream. Whoa.
Okay, and suddenly he's got juxtaposition.
When actually, you should move to America. Your taste is horrible. Oh, yuck. See, let me actually fix this table.
Okay.
Cheese and jam.
Now where?
Yeah,
Magnifique. On its own, on a piece of bread. It's amazing and it's refined.
Charcuterie plates, fig jam, blue cheese. For me, sticking with that kind of fruitiness, I like fruity dishes or fruits in a savory dish. Pineapple on a pizza, watermelon and salad, peaches with Moroccan couscous and lamb. Guys, it's amazing.
Oh,
I don't know what island you've been growing up on.
Lut, what's yours?
Mine is very simple. At some point, Mo actually called it poverty food. Just like nice potato crisps and white bread. You got it. You got a meal. You can move. You can rock. No. Why you guys? Why the silence?
It's so dry. Where's the sauce?
Your taste is a very malale piping, eh?
It's-
No way. So we asked you at home, what are some of your odd food combinations that actually slap? And Bruno Seguela said custard and rice.
Absolutely not. No,
Right.
no, stop it.
Oh.
No, ew.
And then there was another one by Ulusanda Fresh Pack Buteles. Looking at that picture, I understand
Not
the
the
word
nickname.
Fresh Pack. That nickname, it makes sense.
I don't even want to know what would make you eat that. I don't want to, like, I have no idea.
You know, I don't know, with all of that just confusing the taste buds, there's even more confusion, but you know what, we're living in a very interesting world. So
Yeah.
the SONA is taking place tomorrow. And I bumped into this very interesting tweet by TV personality and radio host and a dear colleague of mine, Umel Bala. I mean, the tweet goes like this. So this year's SONA is going to cost about 100,000 Rand compared to an average of 2.5 million Rand over the last couple of years.
Sure.
Can we never go back to those unnecessary, expensive displays? Honestly, we need the money for far more important things. You know, I kind of wish I read it in Mel's voice. You know her new voice? But I'm not that guy.
Well, the Office of the Presidency has officially announced that the State of the Nation will go virtual on Thursday, but tweeps were worried about what this would mean for the fashion faux pas moments from their favorite politicians, infightings, and point of order interruptions.
And this didn't deter the tweeps from taking their thumbs to their mobile screens to vent their frustrations. This is what they had to say. Bayege said, 1. Young local fashion designers who often had their stuff displayed by attendees. 2, the catering companies which supplied the food. 3, the performances from local artists. Waste is always relatives until it hits home. You don't grow these areas with austerity. And Ujoman wanted his voice in and said 100K is still a lot for a virtual delivery.
You're right.
And then people from Lesotho and everywhere, Obameleng Mulao, weighed in with this. These old problems are wasteful. They'll go back to their silly red carpets once the COVID settles down.
Sure. I mean, it's quite heated, but what do you guys make of this SONA going virtual? I mean, especially now with the idea that some people are saying, well, if you can go virtual now, why should we even go back to the normal fiasco and theatrics and everything else that we see?
Mo, I just want to start by saying I didn't know that whenever I log on to Instagram and I go live, it actually costs 100,000.
I mean,
I just think it's
For you
that
and your
100,000.
followers.
Who?
Two of you guys are paying 50K each to watch it live.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming through. But you know what? On that note, we all know no television drama beats the thrill of watching the State of the Nation address. In recent years, SONA'S have been the highlight for many South Africans, with tweeps glued to their screens to watch the action unfold, from the salacious mudslinging from the opposition parties to the EFF's dramatic walkouts, to cell phone jamming, fashion misses, to the Speaker of the House losing control of the House.
Well, that might be the kind of content that you signed up for, but what we managed to do is round up some rather hilarious moments from the State of the Nation address. I mean, history will tell you. And we cannot forget about the politicians, our fellow celebrities, and their fashion misses, and the highlights, the lowlights. I mean, take a look at this, for example, introducing the Tumbos. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, is he about to say, where my money at? He looks like he's about to collect some cash. Yeah? I mean, that's...
I actually like that.
You like that?
Coming
No, I
to
used to watch
America.
People of the South, so this is on
Wow.
brand.
Okay, what
I didn't
about
hear
this
that
one? Ubabala, first of all, guys,
Girl, serving
how did she get on the
yellow
guest list?
sun-
But this
She's
was
a
on a
super-
Wednesday. This was on a Wednesday. The after party was at Cocoon.
She's the only one who can actually walk on the red carpet, so I get it.
She's
Yeah.
also strutting, gas girl.
What about Big Zozo?
I like it. I like
I
it.
mean, yeah, but
It's very barbaric.
You guys are
feels
such
costumey.
cowards.
No,
you're,
I
all
love
saying, you're all saying this because
No,
you
I'm
know
just
he will
saying.
come for you on Twitter.
No,
We call it
No,
That is not. He's dressed. No, he's actually dressed. He dresses very well, but
That looks
here,
dope.
no.
That looks
Guys, I
dope.
don't think he dresses well, but
Hater.
also what in the Coming to America was that it looks like a costume. Like,
And what about the Mandelas?
That's
Elegant,
nice.
stunning, always
That's-
representing,
That's
always
nice.
take.
That's-
They deserve a style award.
anyway, Tata Junior, how about the rebuttals, the points of order, honorable chair, and hong, hong, hongs
Iconic.
that every MP shouts at the top of their lungs? Check this out.
Ms. Thandi Modise, Chairperson of the National
On
Council
the point of order,
Provinces.
Speaker. On the point of order, Speaker.
What's the point of order?
Can the President please sit down? I'm following the rules. What's the point of order? Can we follow the rules?
Imagine asking an entire president inside parliament to sit down. Right. So I just want to ask, guys, how about the ones that actually think that SONA is actually a slumber party in an old age home? The sleepiest. I mean, look at them.
But it's a power nap.
The one looks like a little baby. Oh, what are they dreaming about, guys?
Oh, guys,
man.
if you put me in parliament, I'll also sleep. So we're going for a quick ad break, and basically we've got more trends coming to you. Later on the show, we've got Dr. Nokukhanya Khanyile joining us to introduce our virtual doctor segment, which is brought on by our BFFs at Vodacom. See you in a while.
Welcome back to #ZA on3. Now, guys, I stumbled upon this very, very spicy tweet today. So, being Upile asked, how did you find out you were being cheated on? Listen, when I checked out the reactions under this post, I realized that relationships can be cold as ice. So Blended Minnie seems to agree with me, and she says he left his phone and went to the bathroom during a double date with friends. A WhatsApp text popped up and it read, "Relax, my love. We're not pregnant." I almost went into a coma that day.
First of all, who still does that? Leave their phone lying around. Come on.
Oh, man.
So how are you saying it by
You
text?
guys are a bunch of amateurs. So this one is as cold as a fridge. So Umnyama Uti. Mina, my friend cousin, ran across his profile on Tinder while we were chilling in the AMs. And I was in one of the pictures. It's 3 a.m. Jalo. Gishawa combination yes fit and a mini heart attack, and I was laughing throughout the whole thing.
Also, laughing how? Laughing how? I don't understand.
Hey, sorry,
But laughter of disbelief. No, yeah, I think so. It's that shock. But you know
In
what?
the shower.
That's nothing. How about this as far as the cold goes? Ma_K saying, I knew he had kids with his ex. A year into our relationship, I see him tagged on an engagement picture on Christmas, by the way, with the same ex. People were commenting and congratulating and complimenting them on how far they'd come. This was a whole year into our relationship.
Guys,
I fainted.
Normalize not dating men with kids.
Normalize not dating.
Yeah, men with kids.
But that-
Men with kids must just die
just
single.
leave
Not
South
gonna
Africa.
date
I distance
anybody.
myself from that comment. What is clear is that, umjolo is an extreme sport.
Yeah.
But it's nice for you guys to sit here and laugh at other kids and whatever. But I want to know from you guys, how did you discover that your partner was cheating? Or maybe you got caught busy in different area codes. Huh?
What if it's a bit of both?
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I'm not going to confirm or deny whether this was me. But Mary Stopes has slips. And people shouldn't leave those slips in their cars.
Whoa!
Wow.
I told you it's an
That's all.
extreme sport.
Guys, if you guys ask me a question or you guys say something, I'm going to take us to ad break. I swear.
Okay, cool.
So this is what happened. So I was this person, right? And then I must take them to the uncle's house every morning. And then I do this and then something said, yes, this uncle's house looks very familiar, and it happened to be my friend's house. We are done talking about this. We are not.
So your friend was...
Dropping him off at the
Thank you so much.
You were taking
You
your
are
friend
still
away.
live on
But
SABC3.
but how do you not know your friend's house?
I'm taking us to ad break. I'm so taking us to ad break.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, cool. So my story goes, I was dating somebody who was an ambassador for a particular brand. And when I went back home at the time, he came over to see me. And then he linked my phone to his sort of situation, his tablet, and he went through all my messages. But then by the time he tried to confront me, I was like, never you. Look at your receipt.
So you're a bad girl.
There you go.
I got the receipts.
That is the game.
More flavor.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm just the innocent one who has things found in his car where she's like, but since when am I a size 8 shoe? I'm like, baby, don't you know you're size 8?
This is aspirational.
Messing with size 8 people.
That's actually called ghosting, actually. That's actually called...
You're not a size 5, you're a size 8.
Grow into the shoe. This is an aspirational dream shoe.
But like I said, I'm a child compared to you guys. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick
Shout out.
break. I think we need to. And when we come back, we're going to be hanging out with Dr. Bay, who joins us tonight to introduce a new feature, which we're calling #AskDrKhanyile. It is brought to you by our best friends from Vodacom and Discovery. We'll see you in just a moment. I need to sub some water. Welcome back. It is on 3. Nice to see the lights are still on. I mean, these days you just never know. So our new BFFs at Vodacom have partnered with Discovery to deliver a simple yet very powerful online healthcare platform. It is called Virtual Doctors, okay? It is to all South Africans. It is free, and I think something very important during this pandemic. This platform is meant to give you the option to schedule a virtual healthcare professional consultant to get medical advice.
Yep, and that means that you at home can get an opportunity to receive a free virtual medical consultation with Dr. Khanyile, who's right here on TrendingSA, by sending us a selfie video, or you can hit our social media pages with your health-related questions.
And if you've been living under a rock and you do not know Dr. Bay, she is a pediatrics registrar at at Rahima Musa Hospital. And she uses social media platforms to educate, dispel, and share medical advice on an array of topics with her followers. Tonight, she's here to talk to us about all things #Ask Dr. Khanyile. Girl,
What to do,
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you.
Are those scrubs?
These are scrubs. I work in these. People will see me in the hospital in these.
Definitely
the scrubs that are in South Africa.
Freshest doctor in the game.
Thank you,
Can't
babes.
believe it. But also congratulations on your pregnancy.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful year.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
So let's get into it, Mom. It's been a year since, they first announced the coronavirus breakout and we went into lockdown. And, the medical doctors, the frontliners have been under so much pressure. Whenever we see them walking around in public, they're just exhausted. They're crying out online. How is everybody doing right now?
I think everyone is really exhausted. We've got COVID fatigue to the last number, especially because the second wave has happened. And now that everything is starting to open up again, we're seeing trauma cases go up. We're losing ICU beds, we're losing patients. And I think the most painful thing is that we're losing our staff members, our friends, our colleagues. So we're a bit tired, but there's hope because hopefully the vaccine will come eventually, but we just want people to just be safe and take care of themselves.
So between December and January, we were slap bang in the middle of the second wave of coronavirus. It was after people were doing this, and you know what I'm saying? So frontline workers continue to be under pressure. So I just want to ask, in terms of what you are doing, which is virtual doctors, how do you see this actually alleviating that pressure that doctors have?
So for us, we don't have to risk putting on all the PPE and sitting across from you. We don't know who we're coming into contact with because the patient I see just before you could have COVID. So I save you a lot of the risk. I save myself a lot of the risk. But also when it's virtual, I have more time because I'm not trying to push you out of the room. I can schedule that time. You can see that I'm available, that this is what I'm doing. It's not just like, what are they doing in that room for however long, It's a lot more personal, surprisingly, because I can actually spend time with you, ask you questions. Connection issues can be an issue, but that's something that we're getting better and better at every day.
I love it.
All right.
Now, a lot of people, and I know I'm one of those, who likes to see their doctors face to face. I just want you to touch here when you're telling me about my temperature. I need you to feel this. So I think a lot of people are skeptical about virtual consultations. How do you guys alleviate some of that pressure for the patients or make them relax a little bit and get rid of the skepticism around the virtual interaction?
I think it's important that doctors use their smiles because we don't have to wear a mask when we're talking to you. So we can actually smile and we can use our face to make you feel a little bit more comfortable. And eye contact is sometimes a big deal and physical contact is a big deal. But because I'm now able to listen to you, I'm able to use communication and words. If there's something you don't understand or if there's something I just want to check quickly, I can do it while I'm sitting with you and explain things to you with language that can make it easier for you to understand. So it is a little bit daunting because you want that personal touch, but you don't have to lose it because you can actually see my face now.
At least no more injections.
What I love is since this feature with Ask Dr. Khanyile is going to be a weekly thing, right? We thought we would just actually put it to the test right now.
Yep.
Okay.
We've got a call on the line, right? And people always have questions to ask. So I'm kind of hoping that we'll get to that point because I can imagine so many questions come through from people about a whole bunch of stuff, Let's talk about the benefits, though, before we take that call of, this virtual setup. I mean, what are they? What incentive and motivation do I have as a person to say this is an option for me, a real option?
You are safe. you're in your own space, you can schedule a time that's convenient for you. Sometimes when you're sick or you're feeling ill, you don't want to leave home, get dressed, have to worry about the people outside. So you are going to be in the comfort of your own home, in your own space. You also are able to spend a lot of time asking your doctors things, because I find that when you're in the consultation room, you kind of feel like there's a long line outside, now I have to rush. But you can just see you in the doctor's like peripherals, and it's just the two of you. You can have a really interesting conversation and ask all the questions you need.
I know, and some people are very scared to ask questions, even when they're sitting with the doctor in the room. It's like, why are you interrogating me? Okay, so we have a call on the line. Good evening, welcome to TrendingSA.
Hi.
Are you well?
Hi.
I'm good, thanks.
Lovely. So what's your question for Dr. Khanyile?
So I think I'm suffering from insomnia. I basically haven't been sleeping for months. And I just want to know, should I try alternative medicine first, or should I try just going for the sleeping pill once off?
That's a very, very good question. So thank you for that. Insomnia is one of those things that can be multifactorial. So it could be because of a medical condition. It could also be because of a psychological condition. So a lot of people have been suffering from insomnia, and there's different kinds. What I would suggest is starting with the non-pharmacological or the non-medical things, which is making sure that you have good sleep hygiene, winding down towards the end of the night, and kind of planning a bedtime that you're going to be consistent with. Staying away from things like caffeine, sugar, Coke, at night, because that's going to really aggravate you and make you less easy to sleep. And then also towards the evening, switch off the lights, switch off the TV, stay away from a lot of stimulation, because you'll find that a lot of the time your brain is still awake and active. If you're worried about something, write it down. You'll deal with it in the morning, especially something like COVID, a job stress, a family fight or something like that can stress you out. So really sort that out on paper and deal with it in the morning. If you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night with a headache, pain, you're unable to fall asleep, or your mind is racing, you start feeling really bad anxiety, I would suggest that you go to a medical doctor, because that could be something more psychological that you need to really address. And otherwise, I hope it goes well.
I can totally relate to some of those things, and then when that phone is on and the light, and then you want to go on Twitter. Not a good idea.
At all.
Doc, I'm looking forward to this journey. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been absolutely fabulous. And can I please have an outfit, just for fun?
I don't want no scrubs, but I want these scrubs.
Wow. On that note, you can catch hashtag Ask Dr. Khanyile, and it's brought to you by our new BFFs at Vodacom. Remember, you at home can get an opportunity to receive a free virtual medical consultation with Dr. Khanyile right here on TrendingSA by sending us a selfie video or hit our social media pages with all your health-related questions. Yep.
Indeed, and that's how we come to a wrap of tonight's show. Thank you very much for tuning in to this Wednesday edition of Ta on 3. And yes, of course, we're back again tomorrow at 6 p.m. right here on SABC3 with another dose of entertainment from these fabulous human beings and more. Good night.